right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hope you're having a good week. It's Wednesday, so we're getting toward the end of the week. Weekend's coming. Hope the weather changes a little bit and gets a little nicer, but it is getting better, so I'm glad for that. Yesterday we had some, I guess, big news if you're a Giant fan. As everybody knows by now, the Giants signed Russell Wilson yesterday to a 1 year, $10.5 million deal. I'm guessing that's going to make him the probably the starting quarterback. They'll probably have a pretend competition, but Russell Wilson's going to be the starter. And I thought it was kind of funny after just maybe a week or two ago they signed Jameis Winston, but so I thought maybe they're going to roll with him. I mean, everybody knows Jameis' career. He's one of those guys that can throw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in one game, and the next game he can throw 500 yards interceptions to the other team and 5 interceptions. So. He's a funny kind of quarterback, but he does have his moments. So when the Giants went that route, I was thinking, well, maybe they'll go with Jameis and see how he does. He's probably just going to be a bridge guy. They still got the fan favorite Tommy DeVito on the bench. So everybody loves when Tommy comes out. He's not so great, but he does get the crowd spurred up, and he does have his moments. But so I thought the Russell Wilson thing was a little bit. I don't want to say I was shocked over it, but I guess I was a little surprised is the word I want to use. So, and I know that it's pretty much obvious that after last week when we all heard that the Steelers were trying to pursue Aaron Rodgers. It looks like he likes they like him. I guess the rumor was, or the story was, that he spent 6 hours with the Steelers and it went really well and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So, I think we all kind of had this has been a rumor since the NFL season ended and the Jets were letting everybody know that we're moving on from this guy. It's just not working here. He's been talking. There's been talk about the Vikings and the Steelers, of course, and a couple other teams kicked around, but you knew that was all bull. I think it was always going to be like and I even heard the Giants mentioned in there as a place that he was going to maybe think about going to and talking to, but obviously we know that's not a thing now. So I'm interested to see what first of all, I think when the Steelers got rid of Justin Fields, we all know as Jet fans that he's going to be the Jets quarterback now. And I told you in my last video what I thought about that. I'm still a little bit up in the air about it. I know the kid, he's young. He's got potential. I just don't see an NFL quarterback in him. He hasn't shown anybody anything, at least to me, in my eyes, that he can make that jump from college to NFL quarterback. I just don't see it. I hope he does, obviously, but so far I haven't seen it. And excuse me. So we'll see how that ends up turning out. So Russell Wilson, though, everybody knows he's excuse me, he's like a 10-time Pro Bowler. Last year he came in he was really hot when he came in. Took over for Justin Fields. He led the Steelers. I don't want to say he led the Steelers, but he was a big factor in the Steelers getting to the playoffs. But everybody knows, if you remember the end of the year, the Steelers kind of limped into the playoffs, and they were just a one and done in the playoffs. They didn't perform very well at all. I think Russ threw for 16 touchdowns and 5 interceptions or something like that last year. So, I mean, the numbers weren't bad, but Russ's better days are behind him, I want to say, but he's still a formidable quarterback. He's still a starter, and I think he will help the Giants out. The only thing I think about is that, like, the Giants, they lost Saquon Barkley, and we all know what he did with the Eagles. They won the Super Bowl. He was maybe not a big factor in that particular game, but getting them there, he was a big factor in that. So the Giants have no run game now. Their offensive line is right up to par with the Jets' offensive line, meaning it's not good. The Giants I don't even know if they have a number one, what you would consider a number one wide receiver. So I don't know what the hell he's going to do there other than run his ass off and try not to get killed. I'd be anxious to see what Giant fans think about this signing here. A couple of my friends back home are Giant fans, so I haven't got contacted with them yet. I'm kind of anxious to see what Giant fans think about this. But anyway, getting rid of Justin Fields and moving on from Russell Wilson tells me, and it tells anybody with a brain, that the Steelers are making room for Aaron Rodgers to be their next quarterback. I think that's pretty obvious. In the next couple of days, we'll be probably hearing that. Whenever, of course, whenever Aaron Rodgers wants to let everybody know, because he likes to keep the world in suspense, waiting for his decision. So I'm sure they're just paving the way for Rodgers to be the next Steelers quarterback. And I saw something interesting yesterday morning when I was watching this, or yesterday afternoon when I heard about this signing. Some NFL people were talking on their podcasts or whatever they call it, on their shows, and they were talking about this Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, it makes them a Super Bowl contender. Yeah, I know that, but we heard that before. Aaron Rodgers was all the Jets needed. We've heard that story before, guys. So I have to disagree with them. I don't think this makes them a Super Bowl contender. Mike Tomlin is a great coach. Don't get me wrong. I've always respected the guy. He does a great job with what he has. But the way that they limped into the playoffs last year, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to make any difference to make this team suddenly a Super Bowl contender. Because like I said a second ago, we all as Jet fans heard that before. Now Aaron Rodgers to the Jets are Super Bowl contenders, and they won 5 games. So I'm not saying the Steelers are going to win 5 games. I'm just saying that, let's not spread that around already. Russell Wilson to the Giants. I don't know what I think about it. I'm not really a big Giants fan. I follow New York teams, New York sports, obviously, but I'm not a big Giants fan. But with what the Giants have on their roster now, and Russell Wilson coming in, I think it's a good addition for them. I think it's better. He's going to be better than Jameis Winston would have been, or Tommy DeVito, or something like that. But with the supporting cast he has, I'm just not sure this is going to propel the G-men to any kind of heights, which is probably why they did the smart thing, was sign him to a 1-year deal, $10.5 million. I mean, geez, Justin Fields is making twice that. He's making $20 million a year of the Jets, and he hasn't done a damn thing. So I guess this was a smart sign by the Giants. And as far as the cost goes, and as far as getting a guy that still has, I think he's still got some tread on his tires. He's obviously beyond his best days, but he's better than what they have. I just want to see if what they wrap around him with, maybe in free agency and in the draft. They got to get him a legitimate number one wide receiver, get together some kind of a running game, and get that front line strengthened up a little bit, just like the Jets have to do. In my opinion, they still do. And then maybe Russell Wilson can get them 7, 8, 9 wins. Maybe, you never know. Get him into a wild card spot, and you never know what'll happen. But anyway, I'm interested to see what the Giant fans out there think. I'll be making some more videos here, because we've got the NFL draft coming up, and everybody's speculating on the draft, and I really don't want to do that. I just don't want to make clickbait videos where who I think, when the draft gets close and it starts to come out, I want to really concentrate on what the Jets are doing, what the Giants are doing, and other signings as well, and other draft picks that may be coming up as well. And one other one I want to mention too, real quick before I go, is I see Stephon Diggs signed with the Patriots. I was surprised with that one. I was absolutely shocked with that one. But hey, it's a good move. The guy's good. Regardless of the way he acts on the sideline or whatever else he does, he's still a quality player. And this is a big signing for the Pats too. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for you Patriot fans out there. Anyway, guys, have a great day. And don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the signing. If you're a Giant fan or any other fan, what you think about Russell Wilson going to the Giants. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot, and I appreciate everybody. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Thanks.